Alright, so many of you know you can come across some problems with the housing on the Garrett AT Pro. The reason why I'm making this video is because there's a couple of products and that are out there, but I'm going to first discuss again. I've got a video out there already about this, but it was on one of the products. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because somebody had asked for a comparison on the two products. But as many of you know, on the Garrett AT Pro and AT Gold, the only thing holding on to the housing to the stem are these two screws right here. Now, there was a company that came up with using the 4 screws on the housing for the speaker. That company, I do apologize, I had to break away there for a minute. I heard my dogs barking, and I had a delivery for a new coil to one of my machines. So that's for a Tesoro. And but anyways, back to what we were talking about. Put that down there. That company came out with, using the 4 screws, and then of course you have the 6 screws all together. The first product I'm going to talk about is the original product that I purchased. It's made by, I believe it was called Phoenix, and it can be purchased on a website called shapeways.com. S-H-A-P as in Pedraza, E-W-A-Y-S.com, and that's this one right here. It says Phoenix on the back. The company that actually invented this is from overseas, but just because it's overseas doesn't mean it's going to take longer to get here. He does have a company here in the U.S. where that makes them as well. He sells them overseas. He sells them here. But what I like about his is that it uses the 4 screws. Okay, the 4 screws there. It's got this here, so that way, out of the way from your speaker, and you still get your full tone from your speaker. Now, like I said, that one you can get from shapeways.com. Now, the way it goes on is the P from Phoenix actually goes toward your coil. That's the way it's mounted on. Now, the other product I've got is one that is made by metaldetectingstuff.com. Metal detecting stuff out of Texas. This is one that's used, but it's used with those 4 plus the 2. So 4 screws versus all 6 screws. I like this as well. The thing I like how thin it is. Okay, it makes everything clear, your finger. Now this thing here, same thing. It's clear, but you have 4 screws versus 6 screws. I'm going to go ahead and install it here in a minute. Again, metaldetectingstuff.com, shapeways.com. This takes about 4 to 5 days for delivery. This can take about 2 to 3 days, maybe even 4 days, depending on your location of where you are in the U.S. So, we got those 2 products. And I'm going to go ahead and get started installing the mounts. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the with these housings. We're going to start off using a Phillips head screwdriver. Now, to put the Phoenix on, of course, the P has to go toward the coil.
And what you do is you take these 4 screws off. Now you're not going to remove the cover for the speaker there. You're just going to go ahead and place your screws out to the side. And you just continue taking off the 4. The P to the coil. Put that right up there on top. Fit snug on there. Just get the 4 screws, put them in their place. And you don't have to over tighten them. You just get them snug on there. Okay, there it is in place. And see if I can get it shown here. There it is in place, and then you've got, it's clearing the speaker, so you still get all your volume on there, and that's what it looks like on there. Okay, so that's how that goes on there. And you've got more reinforcement with, you got those 2 that are on there, you got the 4 on this other side. Like I said, make sure you have the Phoenix pointing out that way. Now, I'm going to set this back up without it, and then I'll get to the one that metal detecting stuff has for their site. See you in a minute. Okay, so I've got my detector back the way it comes stock, or the way it comes from the manufacturer. The 2 screws here, and then the 4 screws on the back side. Now I'm going to go ahead and work with the one from metaldetectingstuff.com. Like I said, on this one you have to remove all 6 screws, which has the housing free at that point. We'll go ahead and start out with removing. I'll remove these 2 here. Again, if you haven't already, please hit the like button down at the bottom and leave a comment, and I'll try to see how I can get you answers. Now, I think on my previous video I did receive someone who commented and asking, will this hurt the waterproofing on it. Since that question came in, I will let you know I did take the metal detector in the water recently at a water detecting. I did pretty good. I've got it down in one of my I believe I've got it in one of my videos where I was metal detecting in the water. So yeah, it does not mess with the water detecting. One thing that I would do, I'm sure a lot of people, you know, when they take their machine metal detecting, they probably just go in. But what I've done is I've gone to a swimming pool. Now there's your metal detector. It's free, but the good thing about it is I was worried about whether or not it was going to come, you know, be loose and free and be hard to do it. But the thing is it's got those 2 little small plastic shafts going through holding it still, though. holding it still there. Okay, so we're going here and putting it on. This is my first time I've ever put this one onto my machine, and I will say that these were not given to me. They were purchased. I did buy them, so I'm not, playing any favor to any certain one. I will say that, since I made the original purchase on this one as a thank you, that company did send me one that was at no cost, and he sent it to me personalized. And but let's go ahead and talk about this one from, well, it looks like, okay, it's getting kind of tight there, getting kind of snug. Alright, so I'll put that there. Got those 4 on there. But okay, back to the water detecting. I did take it water detecting, and I usually, I'll clean all the sand or anything like that off my coil, off my connections, and I will lubricate the connections with a lubrication that that they sell at the swimming pool at the swimming pool's supply store. I forget what it's called. I'm sure you can go on there and get it, but it's a clear gel that you can put in there. But we're here doing this video. Okay, so there it is. It's on there. Well, it looks like it's not completely on, so let me see if I can get it on there just a little bit more. Okay, so there it is all the way on. It looks good. It's cleared from the fingers, just like the Phoenix one. It does look like it's got more stability on there. But the design on this, it doesn't let your speaker come through. You see, I'll turn it on. So you can still hear it, but it doesn't let the speaker come through on there. I most of the time hunt with I've never hunted without my headphones. I've always hunted with headphones. So, but that's a good product. They're good products. Both of them are good products. But that's pretty much it. I'm gonna break away a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've gone ahead and put on the one that the company did send to me. The reason why I've gone ahead and put that one back on is because they also do personalization. See there on the side, it says Dig in Texas. I believe this is something they recently started doing, but they will personalize it if you want. I don't know exactly what the cost is. You might have to go to shapeways.com to find out how much that is, but I will be right back with you. Okay, so you hit my display there. Like I was saying, let me turn out this backlight here. Maybe a little too bright there. There we go. Like I was saying, the AT Pro has this, it just uses those two right there. Then you've got this other one. Now, the original product that was made by Phoenix on shapeways.com was this one here. That was the original one.
It just says Phoenix. It uses the four screws. So the original one is great. Now, they do have a total of 4 different types now. I might be wrong. You might have to actually go on to shapeways.com and check and see what it is, with the difference on them, but I'm going to try my best. They have the one that has the 4 here. They have one that is, I believe it may be only 2. And then they have one that has the 2 plus 1 right there. And then I believe they have the 4 plus the other 2 mount, which is very similar to this one, but looks like this of the description. And then this one here is from metaldetectingstuff.com, and there is only this one, but like I said, shipping to get them to you, this one here about 2 to 3 days, maybe around 4 days total, coming from I believe it's down near Houston. And the other one, Shapeways, it's if you're not getting it personalized or anything like that, it takes about 4 to 5 days, maybe right about a week or something like that, if you're getting it personalized. It's all personal preference. Well, thank you very much for watching. Please hit subscribe, hit like if possible. If you have any comments, please comment below. Maybe we can get both companies to answer your questions, because all I know is what I'm using myself.